Witches, it's me, Luna, and welcome to my reckoning. I realize that I have like 9 decks that I have not yet unboxed for you, and they're piling up. Bad Luna. Okay, so unboxing time, yay! What I'm looking at today is a deck called the Magical Nordic Tarot. This is actually a gift deck that I received. This is what kind of kicked me into gear of, you've been bad. you're getting behind on unboxings. This showed up, slow down and speak. This showed up a couple of days ago. There was no note with it. So if you are the wonderful viewer that has gifted me with this deck, please speak up. The reading will just be for the gifter of this deck. So, it should work anyhow. But let's take a look. This is immediately looked familiar to me. I have 2 other decks that look like this. One is called Fallen Angels. The other one is, I think, Crystal Power Tarot. And I immediately knew it was from CICO books because this is their characteristic boxing style right now. Let me make myself just a little bit smaller. Where you've got a pull apart thing here. So let's take a look. The Magical Nordic Tarot, featuring a specially commissioned card by artist Tracy Emin by Jayne Wallace, includes 79 cards in a 64-page illustrated book. We get some images on the side and a couple more images there. Jayne Wallace, CICO books. Hold on a second. That's a little bit better. All right. Gain new and powerful insights into the meanings of the tarot with this beautiful deck that is inspired by Nordic myths and folklore. Illustrated by Davies, the cards are filled with powerful imagery, from images of spirit animals and rune stones to depictions of the northern lights and tree of life. In addition to the traditional major and minor arcana, the deck features a specially commissioned card, Charity, by artist Tracy Emin. The accompanying book gives detailed information about each card, including helpful keywords and an inspirational message, as well as explaining how to lay out the cards for different types of readings. Jayne Wallace is the founder of Psychic Sisters, a team of clairvoyants working from her concession at Selfridges department store in London. This sounds familiar. Hold on one hot second here. Indulge me, please. Jayne Wallace. And indeed, she is also the author of the Crystal Power Tarot. Okay. Jayne has worked as a professional clairvoyant since the age of 17 and has a monthly column in Fate and Fortune. She is the author of Crystal Power Tarot, Oceanic Tarot, and the Angel Tarot, all published by CICO books. She lives in Essex, UK. 1895 US. So we pull the thing off. It's nice and sturdy. It's a very substantial box. However, I'm not really fond of this this format, and I'll tell you why. So we have book, we have deck, we have insert coming out. There's one. But the main reason I don't like this is that once you take the band off this deck and put the cards in, they fall down on either side. Even with the book jammed in there, the cards fall down in this slot, and it's very easy to think you've gotten the whole deck out when you haven't. So, not my favorite boxing. It's certainly attractive. It certainly feels nice. It's certainly sturdy. Not my favorite. Okay. So here we have, with the plastic band, the backs. Let's zoom in. I'm going to move myself over to the side here too. Oh, I'm going to take you for a ride in the meantime. Okay, that's better. Here are the backs. They're shiny, very shiny backed cards. I'm going to scoot them over this way. So it's more comfortable for me. Okay. So those are the backs. Nice and starry, obviously directional. So you can see, even though it's a tarot deck, which traditionally includes reverses, the backs of these cards clue you in as to whether something is going to be reversed or not. Now, if you're going to read reverses with this deck, this would be the kind of deck where I would just say, when you're laying them out, flip it over and pull off the bottom so you can't see until you're pulling the card whether it's reversed or not, if that matters to you. The stock is, like I said, shiny. It's nice. I think it's going to shuffle well. But let's look at the images. Here's the Fool, New Beginnings. So like the Crystal Power Tarot, they have keywords on them. Keywords are key phrases. You know I'm always down for keywords and phrases. So we have new beginnings. We've got the Fool about to step off the cliff in a little parka, and we've got not nipping at his heels, but we've got a dog or a wolf behind him there, and you can see the edge of the cliff. So there's abstract backgrounds. We do have the essence of the traditional image. He's got the little thing over his shoulder there, but just the bare essence of it with then abstractions in the background. Here's the Magician. Everybody's in a parka because it's Nordic. The land of always cold, not quite. Mastery. So the Magician is mastery. We have all the elements and a sigil at the bottom. The High Priestess, empowerment. Interesting. Interesting. Usually the High Priestess is interpreted as hidden meanings and secrets and intuitive ability, but this says empowerment, and that's a very interesting encapsulation. Love the black and white cats instead of the towers and the birds. So we're definitely departing from the image. There really isn't anything here that is traditional to the High Priestess image. Usually there are columns, but pleasant nonetheless. The Empress, the Empress says nurture. Maybe I shouldn't be doing an unboxing. Okay, so the Empress says nurture. The Emperor, maturity. The Hierophant, knowledge. The Lovers is passion. The Chariot, movement. Justice is balance. Give me 1 second here. I think I'm going to, if it will let me. No, never mind. Balance with a big bear in the background because, see, the Hermit is wisdom. We just have such white glare from my camera. What the hell? That's not going to let me change it, so that's all right. All right, the Hermit is wisdom. So we have a lot of decks that are reinterpreting the traditional images. Will show the Hermit more as like a yogi, someone in meditation rather than the person holding up the light in the darkness, and this one goes along with that new vision of it. The Wheel of Fortune is fate. I love that we have the three women, like the three fates, and they are connected with cords or with a beam of energy. It looks like they're kind of beaming energy out of their hands. Kind of autumny colors. Strength, courage. The Hanged Man is limbo. Death, rebirth. So you see a very phoenixy image of someone standing in the middle of the flames in order for the old to burn away and the new to be reborn. Now, death, I personally look at the Judgment card as being more about rebirth because it really is about transformation, internal transformation. And, rising again. The card traditionally shows people coming up out of the graves, people being resurrected, people being reborn. So the Death card, I think sometimes we get a little bit too strenuous about, it doesn't mean somebody's going to die. And I think we've gone a little too far in that direction with this. Death should be endings, just endings. Things end. It's okay. We don't have to constantly think, yeah, but they're going to be reborn again. It's coming back. So I do have kind of an argument with that card. Temperance is harmony. The Devil says boundaries. The Devil says boundaries. I mean, the Devil can denote a need for boundaries, but what the Devil itself says is obsession, control, something, you know, that you're really looking for control over something, or something's got more control over you than you have of it. It's about control. So, you know, it seems like we're leaping to the remedy rather than allowing the card to stand for what it stands for. The Tower is foundation. Wow. Okay. The Star, wishes. The Moon is illusion. Okay, so we've actually kept a kind of the negative meaning here, illusion. The Sun is happiness. See, the Sun I see as empowerment, not the High Priestess. Judgment is about forgiveness. I mean, if you just take the word judgment when you're judging someone, and when you forgive, I guess you're removing the judgment. I'm not sure here. All right. Certainly, forgiveness is a transformative process, can resurrect some things. The World is motivation. Wow. Okay, hold on. Look into the Chariot here. Chariot, we have movement. The World is motivation. I have to say, never, ever, ever in my history of reading tarot for decades now have I seen the World card as motivation. It's about completion. Yeah, I'm not getting that. And this is the special card by Tracy Emin. Charity, meaning generosity. Okay, well, that makes sense. They've made this the 22 card. Then we have Ace of Pentacles, luck. And we have pip cards. I don't remember if the Crystal Power Tarot was pip cards. Slightly disappointing, but thankful that we have a keyword. 2 of Pentacles is ambition. Okay. 3 is recognition. 4 is stability. These are very much departing from what's in my head. 5 of Pentacles is emotional withdrawal. Okay, we can see that. But see, I think of the 4 as that. 6 of Pentacles is gifts. That tracks. 7 is faith. That tracks. You do the work and have faith that something's going to grow, that you'll be able to harvest. The 8 is opportunities. All right. See, apprenticeship, practice, production is what the 8 is about to me. The 9 of Pentacles is gratitude, okay, and the 10, contentment. I mean, I could argue with everything, you guys, and I'm not going to, but I am going to argue with some things. Contentment is an emotional thing. You know, I look at the 10 of Pentacles being in the physical. That's the card of foundation. That's the card of legacy and longevity and stability. Okay. Page of Pentacles, new experiences. The Knight is patience, okay. The Queen is growth, could see that. And the King is mentor. All right. The Ace, we certainly have a very clear palette change between the suits. Ace is emotions, yeah. So, looking at the aces as just being the basic energy, and we call the Ace of Pentacles luck instead of like the body, the physical. Interesting. Emotions, okay. 2 of Cups is union. Partnership would be a better word. But, you know, oh well. 3 of Cups is friendship. The 4 is awareness. See, this is the one where I would think about emotional withdrawal. And I'm looking interestingly now that the 5 of Pentacles, okay, I was thinking about cups instead of pentacles. 5 of Pentacles they have is emotional withdrawal. 5 of Pentacles is the card of loss and poverty and being left out. Wow. And they call it emotional withdrawal in the Pentacles. 4 of Cups is awareness. I think that would be more appropriate in the suit of the intellect, since cups are emotional. All right, 5 of Cups, hope. 6, memories. That one tracks. 7 is choices. That tracks. 8 is doorways. Okay. The 9 is good fortune. All right, there's the wish card. And 10 is joyfulness. All right. Page is playfulness. The Knight is dreamer. The Queen is kindness. And the King is understanding. The Ace of Wands, new adventures. All right. So are wands fire in this deck? They're very green. The Pentacles are very orange and fiery looking. I'm curious. Okay, let's see here. Introduction. Do they talk about the elements at all? Let's look at the minors and see if she mentions the minor arcana. Yeah, Pentacles are earth, swords, air, wands, fire. I wish the colors kind of went along with that. So new adventures. 2 of Wands is unity. And I want to say something here to my gifter, to all of my potential gifters. If I'm having a problem with the deck that you send me, please do not think that you should have sent me a different one. I love every single deck that I receive. They are valued pieces of the collection, and I learned something from everything, and I'm very happy to have them. So just because I get persnickety, remember I've got a Pluto-Mercury conjunction in Virgo. I pick. All right. But we had the 2 of Cups being union, and now we have the 2 of Wands being unity. All right. The 3 is freedom. Wow. The 4, happy occasions. Okay, I could see that. The 5 is battles. Yes. The 6 is success. Yes. Victory card. The 7 is defense. Yes. This has kind of tracked the clearest of any of them so far. 8 of Wands is communication. All right. The 9 is determination. The 10, responsibility. Page is innocence. The Knight is impulsiveness. The Queen is passion. And the King is action. Okay, that's definitely fiery. But again, you know, if you're going to change palettes, why not make it match the element? All right, Ace of Swords, clarity. Now that's good. The 2 is difficulties. The 3 is affairs of the heart. Now, why would you not call it just heartbreak? That's what it represents. The 4 is recuperation. Okay. The 5 is conflict. Yeah. 6 is boundaries. All right, hold up. Hold. Back up the fucking bus, you guys. Do you know what I'm going to do here? You know what I'm doing here. I am going back to the Devil card, whose keyword is boundaries. You got 78 cards to represent 78 different facets and energies, and we have 2 cards, a major and a minor, with the same meaning on them. That, to me, is lazy. All right. Boundaries. And the 6 of Swords shows progress, you know, moving through difficulties. All right, whatever. 7 of Swords, betrayal. Okay, yeah, thief card. 8 is restriction. The 9, mental conflict. Okay, and the 10 of Swords, completion. I feel like this is somebody that is strenuously staying away from anything negative. But when you make that choice, you produce a deck that does not cover the full spectrum. And we will see. I mean, if they don't have reverses for the cards, then that makes it even more limited. Page is vigilance, the knight is spontaneity, the queen is power, and the king is structure. All right. Let me light my charcoal. I don't remember, now I want to do a comparison of this and the Crystal Power Tarot, because same author. Very curious to see if she would have the same keywords for the suits. Very curious. All right, let me zoom back out. I so appreciate your patience when I'm doing all this manipulation. Okay, here we go. Let's go to the book. So we have a nice little paperback book with a matte finish. The Magical Nordic Tarot, be inspired by Nordic legends and explore your past, present, and future. And the back, we just have 6 cards, a variety, major, 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 queen and king. I'm curious about how they pick the cards to be on the back, because we don't have any just regular minors. Knowledge, growth, forgiveness, harmony, structure, mastery. I want to assume that she picked the cards to go on the back because she wanted to put out a message here: nurture, motivation, happiness. Because why would you do that randomly? Justice, balance, and empowerment. So even on the I don't know what they call this page, acknowledgments and copyright information, we still have images from the deck and here. So we have an introduction. This tarot deck combines traditional tarot imagery and meanings with Nordic mythology, incorporating some of my favorite legends, which include stories about powerful spirit animals and the gods and goddesses and their magical powers. Also included in this deck is a specially commissioned additional major arcana card designed by my client and friend Tracy Emmon. Tracy shares my love of tarot and in particular how we connect with our spirit animals, which can be seen in the card she has drawn, 22 Charity. The card's keyword is generosity, which reflects Tracy's generosity of spirit in creating the card for me. So I don't understand why there was a need for an additional card. The 6 of Pentacles is the card of charity. All right, getting to know your cards. Beginning a reading, finishing a reading, the spreads. We have 1 card, past, present, future. We have the Nordic compass, present day situation, work and money, relationships and outcome. We have the horseshoe, personal affairs, relationships. Okay. Personal affairs, relationships, business, home life, people around you, outcome. Then we have the light within, clarity, insight, communication, emotions, intuition, creativity, structure. And then we have the clock that starts at 1. New beginnings, past, challenges, obstacles, overcoming, direction, money, finance, work, career, love, emotions, creativity, outcome. All right. I think I'm just going to do a freestyle reading with these. Then we go into the majors. There's an introduction. Okay, there are traditionally 78 cards in a tarot deck, 22 major, 56 minor. However, this deck features an additional card. Charity is about kindness and generosity to others and also to yourself, a theme which is not necessarily prominent in the traditional major arcana, and which I felt should be included as an important concept for us all. If you go to my unboxing of the Carrie Yale Visconti, I think it is, deck, there is like faith, hope, and charity also in the majors there. In this deck, the Nordic imagery is complemented by symbolic animals from wolves for protection to owls for wisdom, which provide a deeper insight into the card's meanings. A keyword is included on each card, indicating its main theme at a glance. Okay, so there's a description. There are keywords. There's a message. My journey through life starts now. And then there's meaning. And then there's something about the mythology behind it. According to Nordic myths, the first inhabitant of the world was a godlike giant called Ymir, who gave birth to the other gods after drinking some milk and sleeping. Okay. So just the fact that he's like the creator and the first inhabitant is what makes it vibe with the Fool. It's not necessarily that that myth is illustrated. And we have no reverse meanings. So they are not intended to be read reversed. Does she say anything about it? Beginning a reading. Let's see. Getting to know. Shuffle the cards. Start to breathe slowly and deeply. Do this room. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. She does not mention reverses. Okay. So, it's definitely skewed away from the traditional. The minor, the four suits, the numbered cards tend to reflect specific situations or influences affecting your life. Their numbers along with their suits can provide insight. Aces are beginnings, new opportunities. Twos, partnerships and dilemmas. 3, recognition and teamwork. 4, stability and rest. 5, conflict and challenges. 6, harmony and balance. 7, potential and patience. 8, progress and rewards. Which one was it that she said boundaries? It was a sword. Hold on. The 6 of Swords. So she says the 6s here are potential and patience. 8 is progress and rewards. 9s are heightened energy. And 10, completion and endings. And then the courts often represent people in your life. They can also symbolize a general influence over your life at the time, offer guidance within an area of your life. All right. And also, so for the minors, we have just keywords. There's no real image description to be had because there's, it's pip cards. And then we have a little paragraph fleshing out those keywords. No reverses. Well, let's see how it reads. But first, let's invite in guides and guardians, allies and ancestors. Please come hang with me and give me good insight into these cards. I do remember the other deck reading quite well, so we'll see how it goes. So, allies, ancestors, guides, and guardians, thank you for being here with me every day. Thank you for speaking in my ear and clubbing me over the head when necessary. I thank you for being here as I offer this reading to my gifter, and I offer you fresh water. I offer you the fire of Azrael, that you may be a true tool of divination. Soak it up. Let's see how she shuffles. It is kind of large. It's just at the outer reach of my ability to hold them like that. They're kind of clunky. Let's try it the other way. Not really. Okay, let me split the deck and try it this way again. So yeah, cardstock, not my absolute favorite. And again, if publishers would just think about the use, how people are going to use the thing that you are selling. And maybe, yeah, even when I split the deck, it's not easy to shuffle. Okay, so I'm going to go with Marianne's technique. Marianne from Revealing Light Tarot. I love her. And she splits the deck like this, and she just does sort of the corners. And it still doesn't really do a good shuffle. It doesn't really separate them. So I'm going to do a spread and pull because that's the way to best randomize. Woo, okay, we've got cards flipping already. So we'll pull these out. And as you see, there's 15 and 16, so they're stuck together. I'm putting them back in. That was Tower, Devil, and Fool. You know, when cards are flipping around as a result of the deck being difficult to shuffle, then I'm not going to pay as much attention to ones that are flipping out or flipping around. Okay, so let me focus in here. Let's get this stuff out of the way. And please, hold on. Please, may I sneeze? Thank you. Please give me a good message for my gifter, my anonymous gifter. You know, it could be that Amazon forgot to put the note in the package. It could be that they couldn't figure out how to send a note. That's happened before. So, in fact, my last gift deck, somebody said she could not find a place. She was from outside the U.S. Couldn't find a place to put a note in. All right, so please. They certainly spread nicely. I'm going to go for 6. What does my gifter need to know in order to go from, I want that one right there, surviving, merely surviving, into thriving? They want me in the middle of this bunch again. 3, 4, 5, and 6. That one. Okay. They are large. I might have to sort of rearrange this. Okay, so we have Star, 2 of Swords, 9 of Wands out first here. And this gives me wishes, difficulties, determination. Okay, so this is telling me that there are things that you're formulating, that you are creating on an energetic level. A wish is a dream. No, a dream is a wish your heart makes. Sorry. A wish is just shy of an intention. So, and I'm remembering a couple weeks ago in my live stream, I was talking about my friend whose mother used to say, wish in one hand and shit in the other and see which one fills up faster. So I wish that this wasn't called wish. I wish it was called hope. Because hope is something active that has a result. When you hope, you are putting yourself in a positive mindset. Hope says that I am expecting something positive. Wish feels very passive to me. You know, oh, I wish this would happen, but I'm looking at it as being somebody else's job to accomplish, the universe's job to accomplish. So we have wish here. I'm going to make that wish/hope. There are things that you're hoping for, things that you're possibly even very much working towards, and running into difficulties with it. You've hit a snag here. Something's not quite panning out the way you are intending. And what this is doing is making you even more determined. So it's saying that when wishes aren't quite manifesting, when you're starting to experience difficulty, that your response to that is to increase your determination. And that is really a function of hope. If you're if you don't have hope, it really undermines your determination. If you're hopeless, pardon me, if you're hopeless, it can kind of sap your strength, and determination takes energy. So I'm saying here that you have a lot of hope. You're putting out your hope into wish form, into intention form, and even through difficulties, your determination is growing. So what do we see between wishes and difficulties? We see contentment. And then between difficulties and determination, we see memories. Okay. Hold up a second here. Contentment and memories. So I'm thinking here, I'm not going to try to bridge these because that's not really working for me. So in the difficulties that we're having, you can kind of maybe going back to times when you were experiencing contentment and bringing up those memories again. So instead of these difficulties sort of spawning dissatisfaction, what the difficulties are doing is making you sit down and remember a time where you weren't in such turmoil. And that can help you with your sense of contentment. And then the last thing we have here is restriction. Ooh, oof. Okay, let's look up. I'm going off book literally here. Let's back up and look these things up. So we only have one major, and the rest are minors. So the major comes out, and under the image here, it says, according to old Finnish myths, the northern lights were created by a little firefox who ran so quickly across the snow that his tail caused sparks. That's adorable. Description: a young woman stands in a deserted ice field and looks up at the northern lights. Mesmerized by the bright colors, she reaches her hand toward the starlit sky. Her spirit animal, a majestic stag, synonymous with strength, watches over her from afar. Protected by her guides and empowered by her faith, she is exactly where she's meant to be. The stars, symbolizing her wishes and dreams, glisten brightly above her. Keywords: dreams, fulfillment, hope, healing, beauty, and of course wishes. Message: my wishes and dreams have come true. Meaning: the star brings calm after chaos and light after darkness. Synonymous with hope and healing, it often appears following a period of sadness and marks the start of a brighter time in your life. Miracles will appear wherever they're needed, from amazing new job offers to reconciliations with ex-partners. Finances will also flourish, while any rocky patches between partners will be done and dusted. Those in creative fields such as art or music will be given their chance to shine, and this card can also predict a future career in healing. So definitely a prediction vibe here as well. Now let's go to the Two of Swords. Keywords: choices, pessimism, pathways, uncertainty. The Two of Swords is a card of difficult decisions. It symbolizes a time when you're torn between two options and neither choice is ideal. You may need to choose between keeping the peace around you or finding peace within you. Ignoring the situation will only prolong the turmoil, so speak your truth, no matter how much it may hurt you or another. The sooner you rip off the Band-Aid, the sooner the healing can begin. A card of building rather than burning bridges. It can also signify the need to lay down your emotional armor and allow yourself to love and be loved. Okay, so there's a definitely deeper meaning, broader meaning than just the keyword of difficulty, so I do appreciate that. Choices, pessimism. So we're saying on the one hand, my wishes and dreams have come true. Only the majors have a message with them, the minors do not. My wishes and dreams have come true, but there's a difficult decision here. So something good has happened, but now there are decisions that need to be made behind that are causing difficulty. Nine of Wands, resilience, inner strength, empowerment, challenges. Remember, determination is the key word on that. Interesting. Well, I mean, the key word is here, but it would be nice if she listed it with the other keywords too. in case you forget to look, The Nine of Wands is a card of perseverance and holding on. It represents a time when an ongoing battle has nearly been won, and you now need to defend what's yours. Small but frustrating setbacks are likely as unexpected hurdles appear at the last minute. Opposition from others, including those you're working with, such as editors and designers, is possible, while those in relationships could be tested by an ex-partner's reappearance too. There's kind of a focus on ex-partners here. Don't get that. Synonymous with perfectionism, this card can also symbolize a fear of being hurt or rejected by others. Protect yourself, but don't be afraid to let others protect you too. Okay, so again, the meanings fleshed out go really far beyond the keyword there. So we've got a wish that's come true. Something has happened that's good that you were hoping for, but that has brought up difficulties that are causing you to really persevere and have to dig in and defend something. Defend your part. Interesting. Now, let's go to the Ten of Pentacles and the Six of Cups. Ten of Pentacles, the keyword is contentment, closeness, completion, love, self-awareness. The Ten of Pentacles is always a wonderful sight to behold and is thought to be one of the most positive cards in the deck. A card of luck, love, and happiness, it often represents two families coming together and becoming one. Weddings, pregnancies, and second marriages are all possible, and couples could decide to move in together too. It can also represent generous gifts from family members and close friends, including the inheritance of a home or large sum of money. Additionally, Cupid could bring two people together at a wedding or party for a loved one. So I have to be very truthful here. This reading is actually resonating very well for me. Interesting. Okay, so closeness and completion. So out of this difficulty now, we've got this wonderful card of families coming together and good luck and good, and money and, happy times. And then we've got the Six of Cups. Comfort, safety, family, friendship. Memories is what's on the card. It represents happy memories, symbolizes a time when the past meets the present, and friendly ghosts from the past return. Childhood friends or long-lost family members could re-enter your life, and unexpected messages from ex-partners are likely to. What the fuck is with the ex-partners? I don't know about you guys, but when I'm done with the relationship to the point where there's an ex, I'm done. I'm not looking for them to come back. This is like 3 cards so far that has talked about ex-partners coming back here. Wow. Time spent with loved ones, reminiscing and sharing stories about the past could leave you feeling nostalgic, and dreams about people and places you once loved might trigger old memories. The card can also signify a reconciliation with an old love. There we go again, and is a great omen for those hoping to start a family. So contentment, memories. Money, contentment, happiness with this one, and then long-lost family members and old partners. And just happy memories. So I'm thinking that this, influx of good stuff and happiness and money here can help you do things the way you used to. All right. And then the result card here is the Eight of Swords. Restriction. Keywords are doorways, newness, adventure, anxiety. Doorways, newness, adventure, anxiety. There was another 8 that actually had the keyword of doorways on it. I think it was 8 of Cups. Well, I can do this. Duh. Doorways is 8 of Cups. So that's also a keyword for the 8 of Swords. It's a card of restriction. It appears when you're feeling trapped and your heart is longing to escape whatever is holding you captive. Very in keeping with traditional 8 of Swords, except let's add of your own making here. From a job that's paying your bills but crushing your soul, to a relationship that's curing your loneliness but making you unhappy, it marks a time when your circumstances are dictating your destiny, and negative thoughts are preventing you from seeing a way out. However, while it might be a card of entrapment, the number 8 symbolizes change, so do not give up. Learn to control your thoughts, and you'll soon see a way to control your fate. Okay. So here it's saying that while there's this kind of good, happy stuff in the middle, that there's some negativity coming up and that needs to be addressed, that you're ultimately causing some anxiety and that you're restrictive. It's holding you captive. But we have doorways and newness. I'm a little confused. Ultimately, what started with this wish is going to be restricted. So regardless of what comes in and happy memories and all this stuff, we end up with restriction here and a feeling of sort of being trapped and hemmed in. So we don't get a solution. Okay, well, I hope it resonated for you. I really do. Please check in with me. Interesting deck. Let's do a situation, action, outcome. And I will choose the way I do when I'm doing my lives here. Okay. King of Wands comes flying out. Action. Okay, I'm going to do this for all of us. Just today, what do we need to do today in order to level up, in order to operate from the highest frequency? Okay. Situation. All right. Action. It's split here too. Outcome. Situation. The Tower. Foundation. Action to be taken is emotional withdrawal. And here we have the Nine of Wands again, determination. So, going with the traditional, let's read the Tower, because we only had one major before. We might as well read it. And then we will go off book. Beautiful castle stands on in an ice field. Once strong, sturdy, and powerful, it's now burning to ashes on one side. A dragon symbolizing destruction can be seen laughing among the flames. The other side remains firm and strong, affected by the attack but not destroyed by it. Like the Nordic warriors whose legacies were often determined by fighting dragons, either making them heroes if they were victorious or costing them their lives if they weren't, the Tower symbolizes the breaking and rebuilding of your character. The myth is it was believed an evil dragon-like serpent named Nidhogg lurked at the bottom of the tree of life, savagely feasting on its roots. Keywords: destruction, endings, fear, restriction, freedom. My foundations are strong is the message. A card of fate and forces beyond our control, the Tower symbolizes a dramatic and unforeseen turn of events. Change and upheaval are likely now as the fragile foundation of a situation in love, work, or finance inevitably collapses. Okay, so you're calling the card foundation, but then we're talking about fragile foundation and things breaking down. I wish the keywords were more indicative of what the meaning is telling us here. Maybe she's doing that because it's just a neutral thing and can go either way, but we don't do reverses. Okay. This card can indicate the loss of a job, end of a relationship, a closure of business. However, like the Nordic gods who believed the world would end during a final battle before a new one would emerge, it signifies that you too can and will rise from these difficulties, happier, wiser, stronger than ever. See, that card is carrying too much. This card should only be about the breakdown of a foundation, the foundation's shaking and crumbling. And then the other cards are going to say how you're coming out of that. I think she's just putting too much on each card, that a single card is going to give you the problem and also solve it. That's what I'm getting anyway. Okay, 5 of Pentacles, emotional withdrawal. Defeat, money worries, fear, bad luck. So, foundation is shaken because of money worries. Synonymous with poverty and isolation and, emotional withdrawal. The 5 of Pentacles often signifies a period of financial hardship and stress. Then why are we calling it emotional withdrawal? Why don't we call it financial hardship? Unforeseen setbacks are likely from cutbacks at work and business closures to unexpected legal bills and costly home repairs. So next to this tower, it's saying that validates the foundational meaning of the tower, which says things are crumbling, things are breaking down, lightning has struck, things are on fire. And this is saying things are breaking down. So I can't even really do situation, action, and outcome, because situation is things are rocking and rolling. The action would be withdraw, emotional withdrawal. Breakups, betrayals, and family feuds are possible. Someone you love could turn their back on you. A card of inner turmoil and worry. It can also represent a fear of being abandoned, rejected, or shunned by the people you love. But do not lose hope. If the sun can rise after a storm, so can you. So again, the meaning that she fleshes out and the keywords are not at all in line with the keywords on the card. She doesn't talk about emotional withdrawal at all in the description. That bugs me. 9 of Wands. So we're really talking about a breakdown of a situation here where people could turn against each other. The outcome. Here we go. It says determination here, resilience, inner strength, empowerment, challenges, perseverance, and holding on. Small but frustrating setbacks are likely. So you see, we've already read that card. I'm not going to read it again. But we talk about things rocking and rolling at a foundational level, and there being emotional withdrawal and the sense of abandonment. But this one says, hang in there, you'll work it out. So see, we give each card the ability to take its place in the spread and not solve all the problems in itself. And the thing by far that is bugging me the most about this is the fact that the fleshed out meanings don't seem to have an awful lot to do with the keywords that are on the cards. They're misleading. They're very misleading. So as much of a fan as I am of keywords on cards, I'm not very much a fan of the keywords on these cards. And yet, I am so grateful for having this deck in my collection, and I thank you so much, my anonymous gifter. If you would like to be an anonymous or even anonymous gifter, is there a word called anonymous? An anonymous? I guess, because anonymous would mean, named. So if you want to be anonymous or an anonymous gifter, go down below to that wish list on Amazon. Click that button. Search through the shit ton of decks that are on that list. Pick one, send it to me. If you do that and you have a specific question, please put your question on the note. Send me a note. Tell me what specific question you would like me to answer for you, and I will do my very best on my unboxing video. So if you also really dig what I'm doing here and you want to help me buy my own decks, there are 2 buttons below where you can donate either through my Streamlabs or for PayPal, through PayPal. There's also a Patreon link if you just want to support the channel at $3 a month. And I bless you 3 times threefold over for any of that. No donation is too small. I'm grateful for all of it. You can do that. Click those links. Please comment below. What do you think of this deck? What was your impression of this deck? Or if you have it, how do you feel about it? Please click down below and let me know. I will see you next time on a live stream or another, or an unboxing or another. Until then, again, thanks so much for hanging out with me. This is Luna, the Zen Witch. Blessed be.